Hi, everybody. It's Patrick. Happy Thursday. How are you? Um, so I'm going to tell you, if you asked a question last week, it's going to be another one of those weeks where I have to pick it up next week. We are getting slammed with new inventory, which is amazing, but it's it borders on insane. Hang on. There we go. It borders on insane because it's all coming. So it came, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm here. We're here. I'll answer any of your questions from today. I'm going to show you a couple of things just because they're super fun, and this was some of the stuff that was being unpacked. But what's hysterical is I'm going to show it to you, but you can't buy it for a couple of days because we don't even have it in the inventory yet. It literally just came out of the box. And when I say literally, I mean I just cut the box open and then came over here to go into live. So I'll show you that. I'll answer any of your questions from today. And most importantly, I want to announce the winners and notice I said something, winners from the video I did about 10,000 YouTube subscribers, which was kind of an amazing accomplishment. And thank you so much for all of you who subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. I like talking. I like talking and sharing with everybody. So it's really kind of a special thing. So thank you. So here's what happened. I was going to do a winner. I think that's what you know. Like I said I was going to give away one laundry kit and one disco ball. There were so many people who commented. I decided to give away 3. So we're doing 3 disco balls, 3 laundry kits. I messaged the people that won seconds ago to ask them to email me so that I can get their address. But I'm going to tell you who they are in case you haven't checked and you're hearing it first. Janine Helzer, Danette Lindberg, and Adrian Rumsey. The 3 of you were the 3 sort of random people chosen. So I appreciate all of you, like all of you who subscribed and watched and talked, and your comments were so nice and it was just so wonderful. So thank you. I think we'll do those more often because it really was a lot more fun than I ever realized. So thank you. Hello, Dad and Nancy. So super fun. That was really pretty exciting. I'm ready to answer your questions. I have a couple that I'm going to cover that were just emailed to me today. The first one was how to get paint out. We've talked about this before, but it's kind of a specific thing. You soak it for 24 hours, you change the water, soak it for 24 hours, change the water, soak it for 24 hours. If you are someone who has well water or filtered water, you need to use tap water. You need that tiny little bit of chlorine that's actually part of the process. So you soak, change the water, soak, change the water, soak. After 72 hours, you scrape the paint off and then you scrub it with soap and a brush. I am going to tell you, I have not done this, but a painter told me he uses Goo Gone to get it off. So may or may not work. I don't use Goo Gone, but that's what I've been told. So anyway, so there's that. The second question I got was how to remove a urine from a mattress pad. The mattress pad is washable. I did ask. Oxygen bleach takes it right out. You just a couple of tablespoons of oxygen bleach and we're good to go. And here is a question. I inherited some antique table linens from my grandmother. Amazing. And they have some spots of rust. Okay, so here's the story. It's not really rust. It looks like rust. Those are oxidation stains. So what you want to do is use a little bit of oily soap and then sprinkle on some oxygen bleach. A little bit of oily soap and sprinkle on some oxygen bleach. Let it sit a couple of hours and run hot water through it, and the stain will completely come right out. All right, here's another one. Mac and cheese off of a dress. Okay, that must have been a fun party. Amazing. So here's what you do. You want to spray it with vinegar and water and then scrub it with soap and a brush. What's going to happen is the vinegar and water is going to cut the oil and the soap's going to take out the color. Here's our next one. A stain I can't get rid of. It's from barbecue. It's actually the same as we just said, the same thing as mac and cheese. You want to spray it with vinegar and water and then scrub it with the soap and a brush. The reason that's going to work is the vinegar is going to cut the oil. Imagine that the oil is holding the color. It's like a bubble and the color's in the middle. The vinegar is going to cut the oil and then you can get the stain out with the soap and the brush. Easy when you do it in the way. I have a bottle I can attach to my hose to spray wash my windows. What's your best recipe for house windows? Same to clean car windows inside and out. Okay, this is fun. I actually did a video a few months ago showing window cleaner. And the trick is you want to use a little bit of vinegar. It's 1 part vinegar, 1 part rubbing alcohols. And I think I did it for the cup. And then a cup of water and then about a tablespoon of cornstarch. What's going to happen? The cornstarch is going to function as the grit. Since you're going to do it as a spray, I would probably leave the cornstarch out because you kind of need it to rub. I would just use the vinegar and the rubbing alcohol. And I will tell you, I use rubbing alcohol to do the mirrors and the artwork in my house. That's what I would use inside the car. I've been an artist for 40 years. When I tried getting paint on my clothes, I just yelled shopping trip. Paula, I think I like your style. That's what I have to say. What about a brownish stain on Walmart vest pocket area? It's probably oil that has either collected something or oxidized. I would put some oily soap on it. I'd let it rest as long as you need to, 24 hours, whatever. And then if you can wash it, wash it. If you can't, just put that under the sink and wash that. Or you can even take a wet towel and just kind of rub it like that. So, what other questions do we have? Do you want to see what we've got? So there's a whole bunch of these. I have to tell you, these aren't the only ones. And Alex is getting ready to cut them open. I haven't even seen them all yet. So they are sponges. They're shaped like wine bottles. And they all have funny wine sayings on them. Can you see this? This one says, I can still make the whole sink shimmer, which I think is hysterical. I love this one very much. I might take this home. It says tipsy but tidy. Isn't that funny? And then there's this, and I've been so excited about this. Saya and I found these in Atlanta. This is my favorite thing. These are hysterical. So these are gloves to like wash the dishes or whatever. But see, this is your cleaning hand. See that? There we go. And your drinking hand. Aren't those hysterical? So they're so funny and they're just so cute. Prices are good. I think they're going to be $10 to $15 somewhere in there. So super fun. Stuff like that's coming in all the time. They'll be on the website in a day or so. They're just not there yet because we are literally getting ready to take them out of the box, but they'll be up. Okay, first time to use Amodex, getting ink out of my husband's pants. Is it best to wet the pants first or use dry? Do you leave the Amodex on a long time? It's best to use it dry, on dry fabric. You can leave it on as long as you want. It's great if you can leave it on a few hours, but sometimes if the ink is really stubborn, you use it, rinse it, and use it again. You can leave it on a day. I really don't, I've not had those issues. I will tell you, a couple people have told me that it lightened if they left it on like 2 days. I personally have never had that experience, but I've been told that that does happen. But you can leave it on, but put it on dry fabric. It works much better. Hi from another Paula. I love your books. I've asked this before, but I bought a black denim dress. The denim seems to have a strange chemical odor. How do I get it out? Okay, here is the problem. It is, the problem is that it's probably the dye. You can minimize it by washing it in something like vinegar or ammonia or something to remove as much of the oil as you can. You may just have to spray it with vodka when you wear it, which is only temporary, I know. So, can I use Murphy's for oily soap? Technically, yes. I don't think I would. It's pretty hard to rinse out, first of all. It's also pretty hard to get rid of that scent. I use stain solution from the laundress or Archipelago laundry spot remover. If I didn't have one of those, I'd use liquid hand soap. How to get rid of the reddish stains on plastic containers like tomato sauce. Okay, here is the one. It vexed me forever. You can actually put baking soda in water and let them stand, and it'll come right out. So I was given what I was bought, what I thought was a polyester blend yarn throw. My cat loves it. All the yarn pulled, and it shredded a bunch of stuff in the dryer. How can I launder this? I would launder it by putting it in a mesh bag. It could be it could still be poly. It could be poly cotton or something, or they may have even shredded the poly to make it feel more like wool. But put it in a mesh bag; it'll minimize its abrasion, and you'll be good to go. And you love the show. Thank you. I love chatting, so I love hanging out with all of you. What other questions do we have? I'll tell you while we're talking. We have so much stuff going on the website. I mean, it's laundry, it's cleaning, it's Christmas, it's fall, just stuff popping up all the time. It is going to be a magnificent season. There's beautiful, beautiful inventory. And we're getting it a little early this year because last year we waited and had it shipped in October and a lot of it didn't come. So this year we're having it all shipped in September. So we're putting it out. You'll start seeing it show up on the website in October. Like the wine sponges will show up now because they're not, but the holiday merchandise you'll see the first part of October. And you know that I love, decorations. So we're getting real into those. And yeah, let me think. What else to tell you is going on in the store? There's a new product from the laundress coming very soon. I haven't gotten the exact date, but I think it's in like 2 weeks. And it's pretty nifty. How to remove water stains from a quartz countertop. Generally, water stains come out with vinegar. I would be a little nervous about putting vinegar on quartz. I'd probably use vodka. Is there any Halloween merchandise? There's a little bit. Tragically, I had these amazing Halloween ornaments, and I got an email yesterday that they are not coming. There are some great candles. There are these wonderful, and they're actually on the website now, these taper candles. There's like a broom and a witch's hat and this great green finger. And there are taper candles that look like twigs that are kind of Halloween fall. They're all pretty fun. So, yeah. I have some black St. John that have deodorant stains. Take it out like normal. Normally you can't use oxygen bleach on wool, and vintage St. John was 80 wool, 20 poly. The Santana fabric, which was what made St. John famous. And, of course they had trouble when they got away from it. And then they realized, oh, we should do it again. So they're doing it again. Use a little bit of oily soap, sprinkle some oxygen bleach on it, let it sit about a half an hour, then wash it. Run really hot water through it and it'll come right out. Oxygen bleach is not typically safe for wool. It will be safe for that short of amount of time. Just do not leave it on there any longer. And, all of your St. John can go in the washing machine. I used to sell St. John. I sold it at Embry's. I sold it at Neiman Marcus. I sold it at Nordstrom. And all of those places, the women who wore it every single day put it in the washing machine. And I have friends and family who wear it, and they all put it in the washing machine, and it's fine. I have a long-haired cat. No matter how much I brush him, he still gets wads of hair that show up in the washer. Any suggestions of what I could use in the wash cycle to pull his hair out? Yes, you can buy these little things, and I, of course, can't tell you what they're called. They're little, they look like little spiny balls. They look like sea urchins or something, and you throw them in the washer and they collect the hair. In the dryer, of course, it's easy because you can use a ball of aluminum foil and that will keep the static. But in the washer, you can buy this little ball and it will take out. My husband wants to spray to disinfect his work desktop that smells good. He sits in an office. Okay, you could buy a countertop spray and they're all going to disinfect. I mean, like home court smells amazing. But if you want to make something, you could take vodka and an essential oil. Put vodka in a bottle, add enough essential oil to give it that odor, give it that fragrance, whatever you want. If you want it light, it might be 10 drops. If you want it heavy, it might be 30. And vodka is an incredible disinfectant. Paula, you are very welcome. Oh my gosh, it's already 1:45. Man, time flies when you're having fun. Well, thank you again for tuning in. That's pretty amazing. And thank you all for all of you who's followed me on YouTube and subscribed. That meant a lot to me. And if you haven't, please do, because I'm going to try to start posting more content on there. And I'm going to try to also post content that's YouTube only. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Things are coming up. The 3 people that I announced their names at the beginning will do it again because it was so much fun. Janine Helzer, Danette Lindberg, and Adrian Rumsey. Shoot me an email, give me your address, and you all have a really, really great week. And I'll see you next week.